Friends, this is your boy Bro.shawn coming at you, black at you. Just gonna do a little short video on some recent things that have happened in our community. As you know, we've had the shootings down in Florida. Um, Neander Thug went into school that he used to attend and shot up the place with an AR-15. They want to make the spin that the young man had mental health issues. And you notice that every time one of these white boys go on a shooting spree, killing up a whole bunch of people, they want to use that spin that, oh, he was a troubled youth, he had mental health issues, he came from an abused, broken family, and all these other little things. But you notice, if a black kid or a black man does that type of thing, they don't get the same spin. He's a thug. He's a murderer. He's a demon. He's a monster. This, that, and the other. So let's not fall for the okie doke. So far this year, we've had 18 shootings, mass murders in this country, with Caucasians performing all of them. And you notice that 98% of these mass murders or killings are white males. So who's the biggest terrorists in this country? It's not black folks. It's not Muslims. It's not immigrants. It's not people crossing the borders. These are Caucasians who come from right here in this country. Then you have these little white supremacist retards, dotards as they're called, who are these Trump supporters talking about build a wall. Deport all the immigrants. First of all, we need to deport your asses. You weren't invited to our country anyway. There were brown people already here when you were still living in the caves and hills of Europe, eating dead animals, raw meat, having sex with your kids, raping your women. So what we need to do is we need to deport all of your butts back to Europe and go on from there. I want to send our condolences out to the officers down in Westerville, Ohio. When me and my brothers were in high school, we attended Westerville South High School, so want to send our condolences to those slain officers and their families. One of the officers I knew was a good guy. He always looked out for some of the brothers down there. When we left there, we heard about the officer, some of the things he did around the community in Westerville. So we want to put that out there too. But back to these shootings with these white people, and they're basically supporting Trump. And I remember, Trump is going back and getting rid of all of President Obama's laws and everything everything that he implemented. And one of them was that he tried to get it was in effect, which was basically to make it where a person with a mental health issue could not get a weapon. Now, this young man down in Florida, he got a AR-15. Supposedly had, what they're saying now is he had mental health issues. 18 years old, 19 years old. You can't even buy beer at that age. So why in the hell would they let this kid go buy legally a weapon? It's basically an assault rifle. It's the civilian version of the M16. And all of us that have been in the military know what that is and what that weapon is capable of doing. Be it that this weapon was not fully automatic. At least they're not saying it was. Maybe the boy went on YouTube and got one of his redneck buddies to help him make it fully automatic. But nevertheless, this young man, and it was reports that people reported to the local police department and sheriff's department that this kid was putting on Facebook and other social media what he wanted to do. So there you have it. Now, that white privilege is a son of a gun. You know, white folks, you know, with their white privilege can go around and do all kind of things and it's not being checked, you know, or they're giving it a slide. But let a brown person do that, hell, you know, they would not only wiretap his phones, hell, they would be locked up. Let's just kick the ballistics. They would be locked up. They would be in jail. They would never have been able to get that off. They would be in jail. So family, you know, we all need to band together and start, you know, protecting each other and loving each other. You know, here at Kemet Spiritual Center, we make it a point to try to just, you know, to put up information, you know, positive information about our people. That's our mission. You know, not to be passing bull crap on social media, but to enlighten our folks as to who we really and truly are. You know, we are the original man and woman of this planet. You know, the Caucasian, Neanderthal, they are a mutant or freak of nature. You know, they are the lower life forms. You know, they are not human beings. They are of mankind. If you want to look in your Bible, it says of mankind. That's what they are. They are not humans. So we need to readjust our thinking and quit thinking that everybody is for us and with us. They are not. You know, we need to start thinking that way, you know, and really getting it together. Brothers, go back to your families, educate your kids and your sons and daughters, take care of the black woman. We got to do it because as you can see, we're in a war. We've been in a war since this Neanderthal was allowed to come amongst us. So we got to get it together, family. Oh, I want to say big ups with the movie Black Panther. Yeah, the Neanderthals have an issue with that too. On Breitbart, they're talking about, you know, that the gay community had an issue with it because there was no gays in it. Get the heck out of here. First of all, that is not a black African mindset. Homosexuality, that crap came from Europe. Do your research. It talks about, you know, in the so-called Greek gods, it talks about how Zeus had love with a little boy. He loved his little mate. You know, check it out. You know, do the research on Zeus with his little male concubine. All of that crap was a European mindset. That homosexuality and bestiality. You know, them sleeping with the animals. You know, so we'll touch on more of that. You know, and I'll give you some historical documentation at a later date when I do another video. But right now, I just want to say, you know, be careful, family. You know, the Neanderthal is out there doing his thing. You know, and keep supporting black business, black folks, and black movies. You know, because we know that the folks don't want to, you know, the powers that be, they don't want to put anything out there that's positive about us. They want to continue on having us pimps, drug dealers, gangbangers, slaves. That's their whole mindset. Keep us in a state of docile